one piece of the puzzle. Now, how do you turn that mindset and motivation into action?
The heroes of innovation know if you can make it better, you hold the keys to the world.
Rich Sloan, you give people the tools to open up those keys to the world. You're an expert in helping people put their ideas into action.
My first guest created a competition to honor leading moms in business, which he says generated more than 600,000 votes in support of several thousand contestants.
In today's economy, more and more people are considering starting up a new business because their day job has been downsized. Rich Sloan is an entrepreneur who, with his brother Jeff, formed Startup Nation.
CNN, we follow the money.
Richard Sloan joins us now. He's the founder of Startup Nation. It's a community to help entrepreneurs start their own businesses. Richard, good to see you again. It's been a long time.
Great to see you, Allie.
Just because it's a recession doesn't mean you should be too afraid to go out there and start your own business.
Let's say we've got the right mindset there. I've got the idea. What's the first thing I need to do to put it into action?
You have that aha moment. The next thing you need to do right away is just start to get a little bit real about this. You need to get practical.
What's the first thing
and
to do?
what I would do is I would make a list of the things that are feasible here. Having solid finances and good business credit have always been pivotal differentiators between those businesses that constantly struggle and those that succeed.
You know, you've got a few tips, Richard. Play to your passion. Take stock, and you're talking about taking stock of your skills.
Well, so many times the great idea person is not necessarily the person to take it all the way down the field and score the touchdown. Find the people who can complete your team, your effort.
Commit to your concept. I like test drive your concept. But you know what I like? Google like mad. Your fourth point. What do you mean by that? You mean you can? There's free research out there.
Well, here, look, you've got to have the passion, and that's going to be, you know, all about playing to your passion, and you've got to take stock of what your real resources are. You want to make sure you have a really tight concept, and of course you want to test drive it with other people. But Google like mad means you have information available to you today to be strategic, to be smart, to make great decisions and strategies based on all that data that's available to you by being a good Googler.
I've got a really great idea, but I'm afraid to put it out there because I'm afraid someone might steal it. What should I do?
You've talked about fear on the show so far. Fear mostly is irrational. You have to get past that. You have to start taking action. You have to. So I say, get out there, and if you're aggressive, no one's going to catch up.
So you launched this competition for the very first time to honor moms who started small businesses. They've created their own companies. Why now, and why such a huge response?
Well, it's not just because I'm a mama's boy and I felt some level of obligation. It is, in fact, because these moms are unsung heroes of this economy. They are working really hard. They are thriving. By the way, mom businesses are starting up still by the thousands.
Another thing I think that women are really good at is bootstrapping. And there are a lot of things that you say that we can do where truly no money is required. What are they?
And so they can take advantage at really no cost at all of this phenomenon called social media. That's Facebook, that's Twitter. Many of our winners were able to kind of convene voters using social media to draw attention to their business. And that very same marketing tactic can draw in customers for a business.
You know, Richard, one of the things we've talked about is the, particularly for people looking for jobs, the effect of social media, social networking. And we've talked about Facebook, and last week we were talking about how Christine and I are both on Twitter now. You actually think these are things that people should do for their small businesses, to grow their businesses?
Yes, absolutely. You know, we always advocate at Startup Nation that you create a website for your business, but it's not enough to have just one oar in the water these days when you have Facebook and Twitter. And what you really want to do here is be in as many places as possible, striking relationships across the web with people and creating awareness and ultimately developing customers, strategic partners, whatever it may be, by having a broad web presence.
So if in this new year you're out of work or you're struggling to get a little extra money, there is good news. You can change your working life by becoming your own boss, starting your own business.
If you make a compelling case of why someone should help with your startup, you'll have competition for that slot. There's also so many great resources. The Small Business Administration, score.org is a really great resource. There's so many free resources on the internet. Startup Nation. Get hung up on all the trappings. Do it.
All right. And of course, they can go to Startup Nation if they want more advice on this. Thanks so much, Rich, for joining us.
Thank you.